This is the incredible story of a striker who defied traditional expectations in soccer, standing out not by his footwork or dribbling skills, but by his unique style that focused solely on precision, positioning, and sheer efficiency. This player's name, Filippo Inzaghi, known as Super Pippo. Inzaghi was a master of scoring, without the usual flashy techniques we associate with prolific forwards. Instead, he relied on his instinctive ability to be in the right place at the right time, earning him a reputation as one of the most lethal strikers in football history. Early beginnings. The making of a goal poacher. Born in Piacenza, Italy in 1973, Filippo Inzaghi began his journey in soccer with a dream common to many Italian boys. He started his professional career with his hometown club, Piacenza Calcio, and slowly worked his way up the ranks in Italian football. While playing for smaller teams like Leffe and Verona, he developed a keen sense of movement and positioning, attributes that would become his trademarks. His lack of dribbling skills became apparent early on, but his ability to read the game and anticipate opportunities set him apart even as a young player. Developing the Poachers Instinct. Unlike many forwards who rely on individual skills to create space, Inzaghi relied on something harder to teach, an instinct for where the ball would end up. He became a classic goal poacher, someone who scored by being exactly where he needed to be. As he moved up to bigger clubs like Parma, Atalanta, and eventually Juventus, his poacher style became increasingly effective. Even as defenders marked him more tightly, his ability to slip into open spaces with well-timed runs made him a nightmare to contain. At Juventus, he partnered with Alessandro Del Piero, forming one of Serie A's most memorable strike partnerships. Inzaghi's focus on goal scoring allowed Del Piero the freedom to play more creatively. While Del Piero dazzled fans with skill, Inzaghi was scoring with his signature one-touch finishes and simple but decisive movements. AC Milan. The peak of his career. Inzaghi's move to AC Milan in 2001 would prove transformative. Under the guidance of legendary managers like Carlo Ancelotti, he blossomed into one of the most effective strikers in Europe. Milan's tactical setup suited Inzaghi perfectly, giving him the freedom to make short, calculated runs into the box without needing to participate extensively in build-up play. During his time with AC Milan, Inzaghi won 2 Champions League titles and 2 Serie A titles. In the 2007 Champions League final against Liverpool, he scored twice to secure the trophy for Milan, a fitting stage for his predatory instincts. Inzaghi's 2 goals in that match were classic examples of his style. He scored without taking more than a touch or two, turning seemingly simple moves into game-winning moments. What made Inzaghi's style so effective? Several factors contributed to Inzaghi's effectiveness, despite his limited skill set. Perfect timing. Inzaghi had an extraordinary sense of timing. He knew when to make a run, often in a split second, which made it difficult for defenders to predict his movements. Reading the game. He had an almost supernatural ability to read plays, sensing when a cross or pass would come his way. This enabled him to position himself before defenders could react. Unshakable confidence. Inzaghi's confidence never wavered, even when he missed chances. His focus was unwavering, and he knew that his role was to score goals, even if he had to wait most of the match for his chance. One-touch finishes. Inzaghi's first touch often was his only touch. He mastered the art of redirecting the ball into the net with just 1 or 2 touches, catching goalkeepers off guard and minimizing mistakes. Mind games with defenders. Inzaghi often played on the edge of the offside line, making it hard for defenders to know when he would break forward. His constant movement and towing the line led to countless goals and countless offside calls, but was worth it. Critics and admirers. Inzaghi's style was divisive. Critics often pointed out his lack of technical flair and insisted he wasn't a complete player. He didn't score long-range screamers, dribble past defenders, or dominate with physicality. However, his supporters saw him as a genius, a player who found a way to contribute at the highest level by focusing exclusively on his strengths. Many coaches and teammates valued his contribution because of his fox-in-the-box presence. Sir Alex Ferguson famously remarked that Inzaghi was born in the offside position, highlighting both his mastery of positioning and his reliance on perfectly timed runs. International success with Italy. Inzaghi's talents weren't limited to club football. He earned 57 caps for Italy, scoring 25 goals. While his role was often as a substitute behind Italy's more complete forwards, he still made his presence felt. His crowning achievement came in 2006, when Italy won the World Cup. Although he wasn't Italy's primary striker, his experience and presence in the squad provided crucial depth. Inzaghi played his part, scoring against the Czech Republic in the group stage, showcasing his poaching ability even at the world's biggest tournament. Legacy: inspiring a new generation. Inzaghi retired in 2012, having scored over 300 goals in a career spanning 2 decades. Despite not fitting the mold of a traditional striker, he left a profound impact on the game. His career showed that great players don't all look the same, don't all use the same methods, and don't all have to rely on flashy skills. Inzaghi inspired a generation of players who understood that soccer intelligence could rival technical skill. Players like Thomas Muller and Raul Gonzalez later adopted similar playing styles. Inzaghi's influence is visible in today's game, where forwards use more advanced positioning and movement rather than just dribbling skills. His career is often used as an example for young strikers who may not have the dribbling skills but possess good timing and understanding of the game. Life after retirement: coaching and mentorship. After retiring, Inzaghi transitioned into coaching, taking on roles with Milan's youth teams and eventually managing clubs in Italy. He currently manages a Serie B team, bringing the same intensity he displayed as a player to his coaching. His approach emphasizes movement, positioning, and efficiency, teaching young players that mastering the fundamentals and knowing when and where to strike can be just as important as flashy footwork. Filippo Inzaghi will always be remembered as the striker who defied expectations, outscoring more technically skilled players through sheer determination, timing, and soccer IQ. His career reminds us that there is no single way to play the game. Greatness can come in many forms. While other players may have mesmerized with their dribbling, Inzaghi achieved greatness by refusing to focus on anything other than the art of scoring. In a sport where flair often steals the spotlight, Inzaghi's success shines as a testament to simplicity and specialization. His legacy is proof that a well-timed run, a single touch, and an eye for the goal can make all the difference. Defying expectations and breaking records, Inzaghi's unique approach led to remarkable achievements. Across his career, he scored over 300 goals, despite barely dribbling. His accomplishments include winning multiple Serie A titles, 2 Champions League trophies, and the World Cup with Italy in 2006. At AC Milan, his legacy was cemented as he scored in critical games, often when his team needed him most. Despite the criticisms he faced for not being a complete forward, Inzaghi became known as a game-changer. His high goal tally spoke for itself, proving that dribbling isn't everything for a striker. He remains a reminder that success in soccer can come in many forms, even without the flair and finesse typically associated with a top goal scorer.